Ita, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Evenite Plays. Today I'll be playing Hunt Showdown. This is a root and tootin' cowboy game set in, I believe, 1895. Um, it is a it is a Weird West game, and so it's not officially set in this kind of. So when I say Weird West is the setting where it's kind of like steampunk, where it's not kind of like steampunk in the fact that, well, I guess it kind of shares some similarities, but it's in this thing where like thing can be part of the steampunk genre. It's a genre. So Weird West is a genre where it's like an alternate post Civil War kind of time period where there's Wild West cowboys and stuff like that. That's why you have this guy in a Union outfit. Um, but you have these cowboys that are often out in the West, right? And they're fighting demons, zombies, you name it. It's kind of like this whole, like I said, it's like a gritty, it can be gritty. Oftentimes it has some horror kind of elements in it. So this game, Hunt Showdown, is set in that kind of genre, right? And so in this game, you play as a hunter, and you're trying to kill. And so there's two different game modes. In the bounty hunt game mode, you have you're trying to go after one of three different monsters, and you can have at most two different monsters on the map. So for example, I'll pull up this map. So this one has the assassin and the butcher. So you're trying to find clues where these X's are. You're trying to hunt them down, find them, and then once you find three, you'll pinpoint, triangulate the area where the boss is. So you have to go there and then you have to kill it. So certain different bosses are, weaker to different things, so you want to pick up weapons or items because there will be like axes or sledgehammers in the match that you can pick up and just whack on them with. And they have different like frenzied attacks and stuff like that, whatnot. There's two maps in this game. You have Lost in Delta and the Bayou or something like that. This takes place in Louisiana, by the way. I'm like bouncing all over the place because I love this game. Is so much fun. It's so freaking hard. It's so much fun. So I want to give you like the basis for the game. I'm going to play quick play because I always play a quick play match. And so quick play. So getting back to the bounty hunting. So you kill the boss and then you try to extract with it. It spawns like two tokens. You can take one if you're playing with a partner. They can take the other one, and then you guys can leave the match. The catch is this game is a PvPvE, so player versus player plus enemies in this match. And so you're not only having to deal with the zombies, and there's like a bunch of different ones here. I'll show you some pictures of them if I actually click the monsters instead of. You have the assassin. That's what it looks like. Butcher and the spider. You have the grunts, the normal zombies. You have these armored husks. You have the hive that poisons you. This guy will go on fire if you hit him with anything but a blunt weapon. This thing's annoying because it has leeches that will just poison you and then it'll go after you. This is a hellhound, and this water devil is like in the water. If you go into it, it'll go and start attacking you and start bleeding. So this game's a lot of fun. It's really bloody hard because it focuses on hearing, which is awful for me being hard of hearing. I'm just like, I hear noises, but I'm not sure where or how far the gunshot is. Because apparently people can be so good that you can be like, I know it is X, like 600 meters out, and it's this gun. I'm like, how in the world are you doing this? So that is the dealio on contracts. You're trying to deal it out, fight it out with people because once you're dead, you're dead. It's kind of like a PUBG kind of situation, arena style game where you're going in, you're trying to, but it's with an objective, and I kind of like it because there's no forced shrinking of the map. It just shrinks by the fact that you're trying to find these clues to find this monster, and so that's where people are going to likely be. Um, Quick play, however, is you're just a dude in the bayou, or a gal. There's dudes and gals in this game, and you start out with a random. You can pick like the class your weapon is going to be in, but you don't get to pick the specific one because there are oodles of weapons. There's so many Western weapons. You know, you have the traditional repeater rifles, you have the cowboy revolvers and stuff like that. But then you also have like more weird Westian kind of things where you have like these things that were really never made in much, but they were created as prototypes or stuff like that. So in the quick play, it is very much like the games like PUBG, where you're trying to go. I forget the name for that. It's like arena style battle royale games where you're going in, you're picking up stuff, and you're trying to upgrade your character. But the way you upgrade your character is similar to the clues, where you have to go to these specific spots, find these clues, absorb their power, and you get like a special perk. There's so much in this game. I'm trying to like give you a quick dive without this being a boring video of me just being like talk, 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 talk. So I'm gonna try to play this game and explain, but it's gonna be hard. And so, oh my gosh, okay, it's one thing at a time. So you have to find 4 of these different spots, and again, the game also narrows it down. Um, so that way it kind of forces people to be in one spot. And then once one person has activated the 4th one, then that person starts collecting this resource, and the resource is also the timer. So you have 450 seconds, which is 15 minutes, to find all 4 of these and then survive. And you can make the timer click down quicker when you have all 4 discovered by killing other players. If another player kills the person that has like basically captured the flag, then you get to start accruing this resource. And so when you die in this game, it's okay because it's not one of your characters that you have. Like I have 8 characters, and so if, for example, if I were to play the other game mode with Francois Levron and he dies, he's dead. All of his stuff that he had with him gone. But in the quick play, you get a random character, and this time if you win, instead of it coming back, you'll get a soul survivor. So this is a character that I've played with in another game, and then I won in a quick play match, right? I survived, I got the thing, and so I got 4 perks because I got all 4 of the things, and I survived, and so I got to keep her and all of her stats as well as her skill points, essentially. So you use these skill points to buy upgrades. These upgrades give you different things like you bleed less, or animals nearby don't make you reduce the reaction range of animals, which is a big deal because those animals can like freak out and let other people know you're nearby. So like when everything in this game makes noise. Oh my god, it's very realistic, I guess, but it's super annoying because you're like I'm walking, and you're just like people can hear that. You run, of course. You wade through water that makes noise. You do like this dark sight vision to kind of find out where the clues is. That makes noise. Reloading, switching weapons, all makes noise that people can hear if they're perceptive enough. There's glass on the ground that will make noise. There's things dangling from the ceiling that will make noise if you don't crouch walk through. It's so much. So you have to be very attentive to that, but at the same time, you don't want to go like super slow and just like sneak your way through the map because you're never going to get anywhere because you're going to be going so slow. So you have to go as fast as you need to be while being stealthy at the same time. And so it's like that weird mix of like, all right, I'm trying to play the mobs and stuff like that and trying not to aggro them and get them to come after me, but at the same time, I'm trying to go fast enough so that way I can get the clues and stuff like that and fight the monsters and stuff like that. So it's a really fun game, really brutal. God dang it, I hate the crossbow so much. The sights are atrocious on this thing. Get the layer located bonus for the spider hunter. Gosh dang it. So the crossbow is silent, but it is one shot. And I'll shoot something to show you how long this reload is. It is absurd. But there's some crows, so if I run near them, it will startle them. I aggroed something. There it is. So I killed him. Because I was running, it attracted them. And so if I walk, it's pretty quiet. For the zombies at least. Other people can hear. But this is dark sight, so I'm trying to find the clue. It's that blue sparkly stuff right there. So this one is closer. So I'll go to that one. Man, oh day, I'm like trying to describe everything and also like explain what I'm doing. Oh boy. You're able to pick up crossbows, bolts if you shoot them. Here, I'll just walk. So see, now the people can see where those birds are heading and also can hear that noise that I just made. And that horse that's right here. Unfortunately, you do have to kill the animals in this game. Otherwise, they're just going to make too much noise. And that can just be really detrimental. So, if you're an animal lover, sorry guys. So I have this axe so that I have melee, because that's a little bit quicker than. So these are the hanging things. So see if I walk through them, they make noise. But here I can actually get a nice weapon. So this is a Winfield, much better. The reloads in this game are my favorite part, which I'm a big ass nerd for. Oh shit. I hate that big fat boy. Ugh, he's so hard to kill. Yes. Got a nice pistol. So those dogs hear me moving about, and so that's what set them off. Shit. Shit. The thing poisoned me. And so it alerted the big boy to my position. So poison will prevent you from being healed. And then burning, if it continues for long enough, it will take away your health bars permanently. So you will have to either shoot. I need to get rid of this dude. Takes a lot of ammo just to shoot him. I'm trying to find. There's lanterns that you can find. You can hear those gunshots, right? That is other people in the game, and so they're like nowhere near me, and I can hear them this far out, right? So, ooh, health. So there's. Ooh, they're getting closer. I can hear it. There's lanterns. Okay, these are lanterns that you can pick up, and you can throw them. And it'll kill the little leeches, and it'll also damage him quite a bit. There we go. That should kill him. Now, at the same time, I've created it hard for me to get to that door. And I'm also making so much noise. Now, this will grow red if there are people within about 100, 150 meters of it. Okay, so see how that blocked out some of that stuff. So if you keep running, the zombies will leave you alone. Because they'll be like, I don't know where they went. Your guns can share ammo, so for example, this has the same ammo type as my primary gun. Still a ways off. Let's see what else. So that dark site will let me see where the other spots are for that. And then once whoever becomes the guy that the person who gets all of the traits will have yes, I love this gun. Uses a different ammo, which is a little bit bigger. It has a nice side reload, so I'm going to have to use this gun. Love the reload animations in this game though. Just too cool. See how shooting that one alerted him? That other one? So you have to be careful not to aggro people, but also other monsters. So, there we go. Okay, let's go to the Cypress Huts. Unfortunately, in this game mode, you don't have like all of the slots to hold everything. I believe they're fixing that in an update where you'll actually be able to hold, because normally you're able to hold 3 tools and 3 consumables. And so things that are consumables are you get one use of it and then it's gone. Whereas so like that vitality shot that I have, it'll heal me for 75 health, and then once I use it, it's gone. Whereas if I got a first aid kit, that would I can use that 3 times, and then if I survive the match, then it would automatically get refilled. I heard people. You all heard that gunshot too, right? I don't want to aggro these because I don't have a melee weapon to take care of them. And there's people near enough that they can hear my gunshots. Fork. Oh, too fucking late. I don't think that's super near me, but there might be other people near me. I haven't really gotten to show it off, but there's 2 different types of stamina that you use. There's the run stamina, where your guy will just get too tired. Your character will get too tired of running, and so like the lung little symbol will show up, saying that you're like you can't keep running like this forever. But then, oh shit, someone's been here before. So they're no longer here, or else that would be red or pink. Alright, so I have to go to the Healing Water Church now. Okay. Shoot. There we go. Let's go to my left. So, yep, so we have 160 some seconds till the match ends. Where is that sound coming from? See what I mean? Like I can hear the sounds and I think they're coming from one direction, but it's hard for me to tell sometimes. Now I am playing quite loud and aggressive, but this game mode forces you to be a little bit more loud and aggressive. See how they have a little lung in the lower left hand corner? And then if I use my melee, that's another bar. That will not recover while I'm sprinting, but it's not really affected by sprinting. Like they're 2 different resources. Sprinting through water is also super loud. So see how when I'm burnt, it'll start taking down my health, and so that little bit is burnt out. So I can't heal all the way until that goes back. And if it completely burns down that health bar, it's gone permanently. So you can get it back by banishing the boss, but there's no banishing a boss in this game mode. Or you can buy it back with like skill points at the end of the match. See, he's... Holy moly! Oh, shit. Fudge. Fork. Yeah, not having a melee weapon is really screwing me over. And if I chose a melee weapon as my first, like my beginning weapon, it would take up one of my 2 slots. Otherwise, there's like tools that you can bring along with you that count as a sweetness. Alright, so now I just gotta stay alive. Nope, that's not what I mean. This is what I mean. So I will get to keep this weapon. Hear that? Trying to figure out where it is coming from. There we go. So normally you had to cock the hammer after every shot, but this is a double action revolver. And so that means it self-cocks itself. Or self-cocks the hammer. So that's why I picked it up, because it's a little bit better for that. So now I just have to survive the last couple of seconds. There we go. Holy moly. That is the first match of Hunt. Oh, I was like, I always get that like panic of like, I can hear them, I don't know where they are though. I think I hear them over here. Because I have headphones on, and so like, it has pretty good like hearing, it's just my ears don't work like that. So I won, so I got to keep all of that energy, that resource that was sticking down. I get to keep that as like cash money. And that cash money I can use to buy equipment for my characters, which is nice. And then I get to keep any weapons and items that I accrued on my character in the match, which is nice. And then anything that I killed gives them experience, so they can use that to level them up. So it's a really fun game. It's really tough, and it can be like stressful because you're just like, I don't want to die, I don't want to die, I don't want to die. So you have to, part of it, and I'm still struggling with this, is trying to get over that fear of like, I'm going to die. And just know that you are very likely going to die. So that way when you don't, you're just like, yes. So, there you go. So each monster has a specific XP value associated with them. So you do and you don't want to play, You do and you don't want to kill the ads, like the monsters. But, so here's what I was talking about. So you can have other things in your inventory besides, um, like you can have up to 3 things normally. You can get perks that will adjust that. Um, so I think this doesn't make a lot of sound. Let me see if there's a, because you can do here, and you can kind of see at different ranges what the sound will be. So this is good for me to practice again. So that's at close range. Here's it. Okay, so you can hear it about 100 meters out. What about 200? Yeah, you can kind of hear it. Oh, gosh. People with good ears are going to be able to hear that. Yeah, I can still hear that, even over the humming. I think about 500 is where you can't hear it. Maybe 450. Dang, can you still hear it? Oh my gosh, 450 meters out? That's crazy. It's like having a third gun, but it doesn't. Alright, we're not gonna. So I like taking the dusters because it's a melee weapon and it's good against the Inferno people because if you stab them or shoot them, they will combust. That's not something you want. Sure, I'm gonna torch. Is it? So I'll do a bounty hunt, and I'll do this one. Unifier, vulnerable to poison. So, but neither of them will poison me. Is it at night? I think it's at night. So he doesn't need that. There's no poison. Like the boss won't poison you. Stamina shot. Do some dynamite. So you see there's a cost associated with everything. And so when you go out there, and if, so for the consumer rules, which are these things right here, if you use them, they're gone, you're going to have to buy them again, right? But for the first aid kit, you'd only have to buy that once, which is great if your character lives. And you might see this in the next match that I'm about to play. I might not live, so I might have to buy that again. I'm going to stop the episode right here. And say this is a good intro. I'm gonna label this as my intro. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully if I explained it enough. There's different guns, like these have different bullet types, so if you wanna double up you'll get more ammo, but then you're gonna be also using them for both of your guns. There's a lot of depth that we can go into this game, but I think the basics are pretty much there. I'll have to ask my my devoted follower, Babe, to let me know if she needs more explanation or y'all need more explanation. But yeah, I'll end it here just to make sure that the audio and everything's working. So it'll probably be another episode where I actually play a little bit longer. But these episodes will probably be, I don't know, I could keep them short um, because the matches are set to, like the big games, the bounty hunts, are set to be at max an hour. But I usually, the way I go in and play these games, I go in, try to go for the bounty. If I meet people, try to kill them. If I get killed, I get out of the game early. Sucks because I lost the character. But if I don't, I just go in, grab the thing, and then leave. So usually 20 minutes. So I could keep these shorter, or I could do like a mega one. Do like 2 of them. We'll see. So hopefully you all have enjoyed this. Hopefully the sound has worked on this. and that none of the sound values are too loud or anything like that. I'll see you in the next episode. Good day and good night.